Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio, everybody. My name is Chief here, and with me, as always, is my Concho and Juicy. We're doing our college football Week 2 preview for this week. It's going to be a very interesting week in college football. We got a big game actually being played this week. It'll be very interesting as we keep going down this college football season. How's it going, guys?
Good. Good, man.
All right. What was y'all biggest takeaway from Week 1, Mike?
Ohio State's definitely the number one team in the country. They proved that. Alabama's a good team this year. They're not as good as they've ever been, but they're a good team this year. And rain sucks.
Rain sucks. Juicy, what you thought about that?
I mean, there were no real big surprises to me. The only team that really surprised me was Texas A&M, how they handled
Arizona State. Yeah.
To me, they were the most impressive team of last week. And Mike said Ohio State proved they're number one. Yeah, I guess you could say that, but Virginia Tech's quarterback did get hurt, though, so that might be a little bit.
Well, I mean, still, if you're a ranked team, you're expected to beat a non-ranked team either way. So, I mean, it happens.
That is true.
Okay.
But that's what stands out in Week 1 to me.
All right, we're gonna save the ranked opponents till later on in the show. But how would y'all say we do a little bit of picks? Y'all like that, picks? All right. First game on the list here on ESPN2. If you're in the Central Time Zone, it's at 8 o'clock. It's actually playing tonight on September 11th. Utah State versus number 24 Utah. Let's start with you, Mike.
This is going to be a good rival game. I'm probably going to sit back and watch and do some schoolwork while watching this. I'm going to go Utah impressed me by beating Michigan. I guess because I praised Michigan a little too much, I thought they were going to be Utah may have surprised me, but I'm going to stick with Utah.
Okay, Juicy, who you got in this game?
I'm going to go ahead and go with Utah. I mean, they just, I know they're a more complete team, and they definitely dominated the rivalry, so I'd go with Utah.
Yeah. Historically speaking, Utah has been beating Utah State a good bit lately. I'm going to pick Utah in this game. I didn't think Michigan was going to beat Utah. I would have been so shocked if they would have because, I mean, usually when a head coach takes over a program, it takes you about 3 or 4 years before you actually get your players in and how you implement your own system into doing things. So, I mean, that would have been a shock for me if Michigan would have won that game, but Utah did what they needed to do to win at home last week. Give me the Utes of Utah to win. All right, next game on the list here, we're going to move it up here because, you know, we didn't do 25 because they're playing a ranked team. So is number 23. But, you know, we got number 22 here that's playing a non-ranked team right now. So, number 22, Arizona versus Nevada, Mike Concha. Who you got in this game?
So they're playing against Nevada?
Yes, sir.
I don't know how good Nevada is. I didn't really pay attention to their game they played last week. I'm kind of going to go for last year and what I did see, but you know what? Just for the fun of it, I'm going to pick the upset. Give me Nevada.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, who you got, Juicy?
Just forward.
Juicy?
I'm going to go with Arizona on this one. I just think Arizona's going to be too much for Nevada to handle.
Well, Arizona is going on the road, so, I mean, if you want to pull an upset, you can. It'll be 97 degrees in Reno, Nevada at game time. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty hot one out there. You got to stay hydrated. It's at 6 o'clock. I think Arizona will win this game over Nevada. Based on, I looked at Nevada a little bit, and they may have won their game and everything, and Arizona won theirs too, but I think Arizona is just a better team here. I think they will be able to pick up the W and will be able to continue on their winning streak. All right, next game on the list, Mike, is number 21 Missouri versus Arkansas State. Who you got in this game, Mike?
I got Missouri winning this one. Missouri looked a little shaky at first against, I want to say, southeastern Missouri. I kind of watched some of the game, and they put up points, whatever, and they did pretty good, but they just didn't seem like they did what I thought they were. I thought they could have put up a lot more points. I thought the game was going to be more of a blowout in the first two quarters, but it wasn't. But I want to stick with Missouri on this one. I think Missouri's going to walk away with this one pretty easily.
Juicy?
I'm going to go ahead and go with Missouri. Yeah, Missouri was a little bit shaky against last week, but I mean, it is the first week of the season, and a lot of teams are still trying to get their stride. So, but I think Missouri's going to catch their stride, like Mike said. They'll run away with this one.
I think Missouri, I mean, like what you had said, Juicy, was first week, teams are kind of out there a little bit. I mean, if you look at Kentucky in the UL game, UL didn't get out to a very good start either. And that was a very close game, too. I mean, Missouri, that was just an example that we use here. I think Missouri will beat Arkansas State. Don't see Arkansas State being able to pull this one off. I give Missouri winners by 2 touchdowns. Missouri gets to go on the road to play at Arkansas State, which that's kind of cool for their fans, to go see that. You don't see a SEC team go play a Sun Belt team at home usually. It's usually the other way around. So it'd be a good game for both them teams. I think Missouri will pick up the W with Matty Malk leading the way for them to pick up this victory and improve Missouri to 2-0. All right, next team on the list is number 20 Boise State versus BYU. They're going the road to BYU. Who wins this, Mike?
Well, last week I probably would have picked Boise State to win this. But what I saw from the BYU-Nebraska game, which surprised me big time, Nebraska, I swear, I was watching the game. I'm like, well, Nebraska's about to win this. I don't think BYU's going to do it. BYU throws a Hail Mary and catches it for a touchdown. I swear I was struck. So you know what? Just from them getting that magical little Hail Mary, I'm going to have to stick with BYU winning this one. Like I said, I wouldn't have picked BYU to beat Boise State, but after what happened last week, I got to give it to BYU.
Juicy?
I'm with Mike on this one. I would have picked Boise State to win, but Boise State in their first game wasn't too impressive. And BYU, I didn't think would beat Nebraska either, but I think they're going to live off of last week's magic and carry the momentum and excitement into this week, and I think they're going to pull this off, do another upset.
Well, I'm agree with both of y'all here. I think BYU's actually going to beat Boise State here. Boise State looked really sluggish, and they wasn't usually by the first half you'd be good, but the second half they wasn't really looking all that good either. This is the bad thing with preseason polls. You never see what a team is. Who knows? Boise State might actually beat BYU this week. I don't think they will, but they might actually do it. I think BYU will barely. I think it's going to be another close game, though. I think BYU gets it by a touchdown or a field goal. But that was that's why we watch college football. What happened there last week? A Hail Mary, the old-fashioned way. Someone didn't knock the ball down like they should have, or got a hand on it or something. But that's why we watch the game, don't we, guys?
That's why you never leave a game either.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope, definitely not.
Definitely not. I got BYU, though, winning this game. It's going to be close, though. I'd say by a touchdown. If I have to go with anything, it's by a touchdown. So, all right. Now that we got that done with, that was a great moment from Week 1. Don't y'all agree? I think that was the best moment from Week 1 so far.
Probably the best play from Week 1.
Yeah, definitely. I was in shock when I was like, there's no way. I'm telling you, I watched it live. I was like, there's no way it's about to happen. He caught it. I'm like, wow.
I was excited for BYU.
It was great seeing that. I was like, well, this is going to get interesting. Let's see what happens here. Well, who knows? All right, next game on the list here is Toledo versus number 18, Arkansas. It's on the SEC network. They don't give me a time for this one, which I'm kind of upset about that. But, they're going to be at War Memorial Stadium in Arkansas. So, Mike, who you got?
Well, I watched Arkansas UTEP game last week. I kind of tuned out because how badly Arkansas is beating UTEP. I gotta go to Arkansas. Arkansas is really one team that I think could possibly compete for SEC West this year. Yes, it's just after one game, but they really, really impressed me of how good they were. I gotta go to Arkansas.
Juicy?
Won't pick Chewy, that's all I'm gonna say. He won't run away with it.
Oh, you think they're gonna run away with it? I think Arkansas will win this game too. This is Toledo's first game, which is a big game to open up with against Arkansas. And Arkansas playing at home this week, I think they're gonna run away with this one as well. I'm saying like at least 2 or 3 touchdowns. They'll win this game here.
It's probably gonna be about 4 or 5.
I'm saying at least 2 or 3 touchdowns. I'm trying to make this at least nice. I think this will be a blowout, but I think Arkansas will win this game though, pretty convincingly. I think they can actually win the West. That was a team that we had said earlier in this year, me and Mike, would possibly be a very good contender in the West. So let's go with the Razorbacks here. Now, I don't know if y'all had a score for this team right here that's playing against Fresno State, but it was pretty big here. Fresno State goes on the road to play against number 17 Ole Miss. Mike, who you got in this game?
Oh, did I ever find out what the score was? Ole Miss had a little fun. Let's leave it like that. I gotta go to Ole Miss. I don't see Fresno State being able to pull it off. I got Ole Miss about 3 or 4 touchdowns. Oh, that was really bad. I mean, it wasn't as bad as Georgia Tech's game was, but it was pretty bad.
Juicy?
Yeah, I got Ole Miss in this one as well. I don't see Fresno State. I just don't see Fresno State having enough depth and talent and firepower to keep up with Ole Miss. They might for about half a quarter, but that's about it.
Ole Miss, I thought it was definitely overkill. God, was it ever overkill with that game?
Ole Miss was just running up the stats in that game.
Yeah, I think I would have kind of told my players to calm down a little bit or something, because that looked really bad. I got Ole Miss winning this one. Don't see Fresno State about to win this. I say 4 touchdowns. Ole Miss definitely has an offense this year, if you didn't notice that at all. I think they will win this game, though. And all this, so this season's going to get really interesting. I'll be shocked if Ole Miss puts up the same number of points as they did against.
I'm excited about next week when Ole Miss and Alabama play each other.
That's going to be a good test for, that will be a huge test for both teams. I got Ole Miss winning that game, though. Fresno State over Fresno State. Now, next week, Juicy did mention that would be a very good game to pick. I'll see how this week plays. I don't know how I'm going to feel after this week. It's kind of hard to pick some teams, but we'll see what happens. Ball State versus number 16 Texas A&M. Mike, who you got in this game?
Well, as you said earlier, Texas A&M actually did fairly well last week against Arizona State. They surprised me with how good they played against them. Ball State, I don't see having much of a chance. Give me Texas A&M.
Juicy?
Yeah, go ahead and give me Texas A&M. It's not even going to be close. I'm saying Texas A&M is going to be at least be 4 or 5 touchdowns.
I think Texas A&M will win this game. I don't think Ball State has enough to stop the Texas A&M's offense. Texas A&M played very well against Arizona State. Don't think there's going to be a hangover from that game at all. I think Texas A&M does what they do at Kyle Field. And home of the 12th man. I don't know why I was going to say 5th. Yeah, okay. Home of the 12th man. And I think they will win this game against Ball State. Other than that, I don't really see old Ball State being able to pull this off. It would be nice to see, though. I would be impressed if they would. But
I wouldn't put my money on it.
I wouldn't put my money on it either. But, I think it'd be nice to see, though. I like underdog wins. Now, we got a game right here. Tulane goes on the road to play against number 15 Georgia Tech. Mike, who you got in this game?
Well, Georgia Tech kind of ran over Alcorn State, which I expected a huge score, but I didn't expect 72 points put up against them. Tulane got kind of got destroyed themselves against Duke. I gotta go with Georgia Tech because I haven't seen enough